Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly. This is Dr. Kelly's perspective for September 25th. September 25th, and it is a dear brother's birthday. It is Eric Bradford's birthday. So happy, happy, happy birthday, Eric. I know Mary and the girls are going to be celebrating you big time. So happy birthday. Happy birthday. You get a birthday song later. Okay, so I have entitled this perspective, Good Morning for all who are jumping on with me early. I've entitled this perspective Travel Buddies probably because Ira and I just came back from a road trip. Okay, so he's been wanting to do this. He's been wanting to take out his new toy and go on a road trip. So he went to St. Louis. Why not have a good time with his family and see his mom, his mommy? So anyway, here's why I entitled this one Travel Buddies and why we're even talking about it. Because for anyone in marriage in particular, and I'm talking about one of my passion lanes that I speak of often is relationships. And I just want to remind you, or maybe it's like a new concept, I doubt it. You need to like the person that you're married to. Novel idea. Way beyond anything superficial, way beyond anything lightweight. Because when you really like the person you at some point decide you want to spend the rest of your life with, when you really like them, it'll get you through a whole lot of things. A whole lot of things. And so when we decided a couple of years before, hey, Elliot, we decided several years before the girls were going to be leaving the house to decide, well, we need to figure this thing out because, children can hide a whole lot in a marriage. I mean, you just get busy with life. You get busy raising children. And if you're not being deliberate, if you're not being intentional about your marriage, you'll look up, the kids are off to college and off into their lives, and you look and say, who are you? I mean, I know I've been sleeping beside you for the last several years, but I'm not quite sure I know who you are. And unless you're being intentional with date nights and talking time and travel time, unless you're being intentional about that, you'll wake up and realize you don't know the person that you married to, or you don't like them. And that's even worse. I do not know what is going on with this one little braid that just is doing its own thing. How about we do this? Okay. So we decided before the girls left the house to let's uncover and let's see if we like each other. Okay, because when they leave, then all the everything comes out. Hey, Colonel Katoya, everything will pop out when there's no one to hide. There's no one to cover over and cloak over the relationship with activities and business and busyness, I should say. And so I'm hopeful that you like the person that you're married to. But let me tell you one thing that will absolutely uncover a good old road trip, a nice long road trip. Now, we happen to like each other a lot. Again, but I will tell you this. We've done the work. We do the work. Anytime you see a good marriage anywhere, and you get to describe what's good, okay, you get to define it. Whenever you see a good marriage, you absolutely need to know that they are working on it, that it is an intentional and deliberate action to keep a marriage good and strong and healthy and vibrant and loving and healthy and respectful, and fill in the blank with however you describe healthy, however you describe good, however you describe loving. They were working on it. If they just went to sleep and rested on, oh yeah, we've had some good years behind us, I promise you it's going downhill rather quickly. So when we first got married, when we first got married, um, we were both stationed on the East Coast, not too far from my home in Georgia. And so on breaks and everything, we would drive. It was a couple hours drive, and we would drive home. We never turned on the radio. For 2 hours, we never turned on the radio. We would talk. It was just conversation. And granted, that was in the beginning of the marriage. So we were talking dreams and just what do we want to do? And I didn't want children, so we weren't talking about, oh, when we have children. That was not part of the conversation. But we would talk, and the radio never came on. And so we often we often think about those times. But one of the intentional delights that I was looking forward to on this road trip was, oh my goodness, this is going to be like a 27, 28, 29-hour road trip with stops and, you know, looking around and seeing different places. Ooh, what are we going to have to talk about? We didn't run out of things to talk about. And so my offering to you today, my challenge to you today is just to see if you are in relationship, especially marriages. If you are in hey Ty, if you are in relationships, do you like the person? Outside of the love, outside of the romance, outside of the good times, do you like the person? And the test, can you take a road trip and leave the radio off as long as possible? Even though singing together is part of the road trip fun. Singing, going old school or whatever genre you like, singing is part of the road trip fun. But we talked about everything. We talked about our future. We talked about the past. We talked about mistakes. We talked about hurts. We talked about forgiveness. We talked about love. We have some children now. So we talked about the girls and friends and something else we always do. I don't even know. We've been doing this for years. I forget what state we were in, but we saw the big lottery billboard. It was for $80 million. So at this point, Ira was driving. So I break out the pen and paper. Okay. And we spend, I think we do it right. We take out the taxes. So we don't get the whole 80 million, but we spend $40 million. You can learn a lot. You can learn a lot from someone with how they spend money. I mean, now this wasn't our money because we didn't have that billboard worth of money, 80 million. But so anyway, it was a ton of fun. So much I did a group text to some of the people that we were getting ready to bless and say, ooh. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. But that's what I just want to share with you today. Travel buddies. My hope, my prayer is that the ones you are in relationship with, do you like them enough to be cooped up for 29 hours, 28, 29 hours? Do you have enough? Can you dream enough? Even if it's a new relationship, can you dream enough to discuss for several hours? Can you dream? Can you speak? Can you see? Can you envision your future? Can you envision your plans and where you want to go and what do you want to do? That's right, Mary. That's right, sister. So that is my challenge to you. It's a fun challenge to look around and spend $80 million worth of somebody's money. How are you going to do that? How it shows generosity or not. It shows vision or not. Okay, so you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot on a road trip. So I don't know if it's just, even if it's a trip, an hour trip, Even if it's an hour commute, challenge yourselves to turn off that radio. Challenge yourselves to turn the radio off, turn off the podcast, turn off the book, and just talk and see how far you can get. That is my offering to you. That is my challenge. It was so much fun. You can join in on the fun. Hello, grand ladies. So again, happy birthday to Eric. And everyone, make this a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I so appreciate you joining me every day. Much love, tremendous respect. And until next time, take real good care of yourselves.